My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Awoken and Banished here in Monster Train 2. Why does it have to be the Proto Hard Cage? But thank heck, it's the Awoken Hollow in the Restoration Detonation, a unit that starts with empty health and then a card that says restore 15 health to a friendly unit and deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 5 times the amount you've healed. We've also got Sentient, so we have even more rejuvenate triggers. So legitimately, Awoken Hollow might be part of our scaling plan. Seraphitonis chose a new Dominion. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a way to deal with that. Usually, that can be a bit tough in Banished and Awoken each, actually. Just courtesy of the fact that you are less likely to have chump units that you can just throw in the front line where the doubling of the corruption goes on that unit. Because usually you do have a frontline unit with a bunch of Valor, or a frontline unit with a bunch of Rejuvenate triggers and Revenge triggers and things like that in these kinds of plans. I have to find a way around that. Oh. Shift triggers an additional time. So, it makes the Penitent Blood Suit twice as good. But 2 times 0 is 0. Sketches of Salvation. It's just Karmic Censor is going to be hard to utilize because I don't have the default moves in this deck. Merchant of Steel banished. I think I'm going to go Merchant of Magic Awoken, Merchant of Steel Awoken. Because it's Awoken units that I really want to pair with the Hollow. I guess my job then is just to figure out how to make the Sketches of Salvation work for me. Did you have to? I guess I can have, Cultivating and Awoken leading 2 different lines. But if I'm doing that, I might as well just put Bristling on the bottom line. Decent for AoE, pretty bad for Chosen of Dominion. Gosh, this is a toughie. Revenge, Cultivate 2. So I am going to try and pick up 2 different Awoken units. And one of them ideally would go behind Sentient, one of them would go behind Awoken Hollow. But do I want to be cultivating both of them? This is Cultivate on Revenge. So I'd probably want to do Cultivate Revenge and Spikes. Split the line. Also, drawing an additional card per turn, can't overstate how important that is. Damn. I really don't know what direction I want to do here. I'm going to click Cultivating. I'll just spend 5 years on the opening screen. I have to spend 5 years in the next decision cycle. I think I just super stack that bottom floor like this, right? So Sketches of Salvation fills from the bottom up. So as long as I have enough units left in the deck, the bottom is going to be filled with the additional unit. With Banish being one of our clans, ideally we get that to be a hymnist of some kind. I mean, I don't want the Penitent's Blood Suits in my deck. There you go. We got maximum value out of them. As much value as they could possibly give me. Neat. Very, very easy bottom line. I think a third Restoration Detonation still makes sense in this deck. I think Steel Enhancer could also make sense just because we're going to want a pretty squishy backline unit. Because you usually want to care about its offense potential rather than its defense potential, so usually it's not particularly chunky. I'm thinking Animus of Speed, Animus of Will, things in that area. But Steel Enhancer's scaling is basically 0 the further we get into the run. I'll take a Restoration Detonation. Windblade, another Benetton's Bloodsuit. Oh yeah, and it comes with a Calcified Ember. Hell yeah, woo! I'm taking Self-the-Sacrifice. The only card I was offered. Windblade can be good. Look, if I took Karmic Sensor earlier and then I went to here, you know, who knows what world we would be in. We're not in that world right now, though. Spell Chain. Look, I like Spell Chain as much as the next person, assuming the next person likes Spell Chain as much as me. I think that I probably just use it to get additional restoration triggers. Restoration Detonation damage, and then I just hold here. So this is fine. This would push me in the direction of Shattered Shell, bottom line, Sentient. It's getting the Rejuvenate triggers and then also the Slay triggers. And I'm going to have 2 units that I want to upgrade at the next Merchant of Steel. And thankfully, a diversity of different upgrades that I want. Awoken Hollow obviously wants all of the defensive ones, but also one size would be really nice for you. Additional health. Just giving you spikes by default, also valuable. Shattered Shell, obviously quick, multi-strike, plus damage in a pinch. And then we don't even know what we're going to get for this Merchant of Steel. But I try and make sure that I mainly go to a shop when I have an idea of what I'll be getting from it, and when I have an idea that there is a broad enough acceptable range of things to get from the shop. Like, it's no use going to a Merchant of Magic if I only care about double stack. Especially if the other option is a Merchant of Arms, and I really care about equipment, and I also care about rooms. And I'm also looking to merge something and make something deployable. Let's go Sentient Shattered Shell, bottom line. Woken Hollow, and a Shield Steward. Now, we've got 3 units left in the deck after the Shield Steward goes back in, so we'll still get 1 on each floor. Hurrah, huzzah. Let's get you as many Rejuvenate triggers as we can get going on, buddy. A lot of Restoration Detonations to go through immediately there, unfortunately. I lower the damage by 6 in order to increase it by 8. That doesn't seem like an especially good idea on my part. Restoration Detonation wins on the bottom line. Beautiful. Forward sap. So, here's the thing. If I removed 2 cards from the deck and then just played everyone in my deployment phase, I would be able to summon this Upbeat Warbler on the bottom line in order to enchant with Grant Quick, which that's exactly what the Shattered Shell is looking for. It's slightly anti-synergistic, of course, because the Sentient down there gives Cultivate on Revenge triggers, and we get fewer Revenge triggers if we keep killing all of the chumps before they attack. I think if I want you to have Quick, I want you to have Quick innately. If I want to put a Hymnist on the bottom line, I don't think it's upbeat Warbler. Oh, but I could take another Benedon's Blood Suit. Yeah, I don't think it's upbeat Warbler. I could use Rising Rage to get pretty aggressive. Actually, yeah, I'll take a Rising Rage. This is prevention for Seraphiternus Chosen of Dominion. I talked earlier about the fact that that's going to be the worst thing for us. Or at least I'm projecting it to be probably the worst thing for us in this run. Being able to move you up a floor so that you aren't affecting any of our units is really useful. Especially because if I descend you, you'll still end up on a line where I have units. If I ascend you, I can get you past my units. Check out the merchants. Good lord. And what do you got? Well, so it's interesting, right? I don't want the Wilting Sapwood that much. However, I can take it. If I cut the appropriate amount of cards from this deck, that Wilting Sapwood can be my summon. And like Awoken Hollow with Shattered Shell on bottom line. And then I put Sentient in front of a Shield Steward on the second line and then one Shield Steward on the top line. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 4 energy spent. And then on the bottom floor, with the Awoken Hollow and the Shattered Shell, we would get a Wilting Sapwood from the Sketches of Salvation. And then all I need to do is get you to the front of the line, and you'll be giving me all of the energy that I need for the run. That's a plan. That's what they call a plan. It's almost exactly a plan. Smidgestone surprisingly doesn't matter at all here. Also, the plus 14 doesn't even matter. The health for the Wilting Sapwood does. I also do want to leave open the possibility of getting Quick. I don't think Smidgestone matters because I'm doing this way of bypassing capacity. Ooh, Dominating Control. Add Melee Weakness 1 and Spell Weakness 1 on strike. There is also Summon. Spawn a random friendly unit from your deck. That would give me the ability to get one of the Spear Stewards to stay in the deck. I wouldn't have to remove it if I put it on a Shield Steward, and then that Shield Steward summoned a Spear Steward, all of it behind a Sentient. If I ended up getting a Steward's Workshop? Steward's Quarters? I could actually see that, maybe. But I can't let Sketches of Salvation summon more than one unit without it becoming unreliable which unit gets summoned where. Plus 10 damage on strike, apply corruption. I mean, the plus 10 damage on strike applied 20 corruption. Like, it makes Shattered Shell an absolute ridiculous powerhouse. Of course, you won't be attacking it quick. But, again, didn't we just say that we kind of want you not to attack it quick at the moment? For the sake of the revenge situation? Melee Weakness would also be a choice for you, but I think you're more likely to start getting your slays and also to do consistent ongoing damage with Dominating Power. Flesh Weaver is going to be a bit of a... Raps, you dummy! Anyone know what mistake I made? I had specifically outlined exactly what I intended to do. If I removed the 2 spear stewards, I would be able to get the wilting sapwood on the bottom line reliably here. Can't do that anymore. Now I just have to hope it sits there. That's... Oh boy. I didn't want to have to hope. All's well with the world. Actually, it was a really good idea. Yeah, actually, legitimately, it was it was planned. Wilting sapwood's on the bottom line, so everything's fine. Also, Penitent's Blood Suit. Why don't you take 30 damage every time you move, Flesh Weaver? Get God. Penitent's Blood Suit for that Fleshling, who's about to deal some damage. Restoration Detonation, Calcified Ember, and let's get a Restore trigger going on. Unfortunately, I do have Corruption now on Shattered Shell, but fortunately, I should be able to negate that just by getting enough Cultivate triggers pretty easily, actually. Good Restoration Detonation. I mean, I can just end the fight right here, mate. All right, I have no ongoing investment in this run. I have no reason not to just end the fight here. Woohoo! Oh, it's so nice not to have to worry about that. I played too many Pyreborn runs in a row, right? It happened to me. I got. I played too many Pyreborn runs in a row, and then too many Melting Remnants as well. They got me. It's soaked arena. Friendly units gain Valor 6 on Slayers. Some of the best scaling. It gives 6 damage every time a unit slays. That's double what the Shattered Shell gets by base. No. We're not adding units to this deck at this point. I think I have to go draw, right? Yes. There's almost nothing I could see in a Banished banner that I would take. Merchant of Magic. There's very few magical upgrades I care about right now. Hell yeah, let's go to a Merchant of Trinkets. Usually can't rely on going to this one unless it also has the Forgotten Boons next to it, because usually by the time I come here I have about 150, 170-ish. Thankfully, the run, the start has been powerful enough with powerful enough scaling that I've been able to come here without that. Cultivating 3 doesn't give us 2 additional cards a turn, does it? No. Then I think I'm supposed to give you, am I supposed to give you spikes? You're not even on the bottom line anymore. Look at the Pyromanes afterwards. Spikes deal an additional damage per stack, yeah. Funny. Manifold Mirror. First room card. Played each battle is applied to all floors. This is a very good room to apply to all floors. I definitely don't want drafts only from my allied clan. I'm well, not exclusively. Blood-Soaked Arena is some Valor. But other than that, I'm pretty much exclusively an Awoken deck. How often do you want the rare card from your ally clan rather than the artifact? I find... Okay, I talked about this a bit recently in an episode. I was talking about Slay the Spire 2's... a couple of teaser interviews that have been done for Slay the Spire 2, where the team are talking about the importance in deck builders of each decision being an important one that it feels like could have gone any kind of which way. Like, it always feels like a tough decision. There's no just like immediate, oh, obviously you always do this. Because then suddenly you start to constrain the play space ridiculously. Like, you might not intend to. You can create all of the cards in the game, but if one of those cards says win the game, the player will pick it 100% of the time. Or they'll have to tell themselves not to and actively choose not to do the optimal thing in order to engage with the design space of your game. Why am I mentioning that right now? Well, I'm thinking about it because I've almost always gone for drafting an allied artifact here. I can certainly imagine a run where the Pact of the First Armageddon is really important, where I don't, like, where I'm in like an inverted version of the situation where, you know, I only have banished cards and I only care about shift. I took Karmic Censor at the very start, I took Windblade, I took, you know, all of the different options there that would have led me there. Do I ever take the rare card from an allied clan over the artifacts? How broad is the rare card set? Like, how reliable is that if I'm looking for a specific card? One, two, three, four, five. I mean, I'm assuming it can't offer me banner units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, hang on. Just banished, please. 7, 8, 9 with the Death Metal Hymnus. Well. Obviously, Death Metal Hymnus is one of the best things that we can get to pull down on the bottom line, but also we're doing something else right now with the Wilting Sapwood. I'm just going to take the artifact. Oh, Martyr Signet! At the end of battle, the front friendly unit on each floor permanently gains 6 health. That's huge. That's a banished trinket? Are you kidding me? That's not an awoken trinket. That's a banished trinket. Are you certain? Yeah. There it is. Martyr Signet. It's probably the best one I could have gotten. I'm not gonna make the same mistake I made last time and just rely on luck. So I will remove those stewards, forcing the Wilting Sapwood to spawn on the bottom line. I have been very lucky as well that I've been able to move it to the front of the bottom line. That's not typical. Or at least not typical that I'd be able to do it immediately. Oh boy, this bottom line's looking dangerous right now. I'm just gonna play for safety, get some Inspires and health on the bottom line. Beautiful. Selfless sack the right target to the front of the line, and resto debt for the damage we need. Thank you, of course, for all the additional energy you've offered. I love drawing 7 cards a turn and having the energy to play all of them quite consistently. Yeah, how am I going to deal with Seraphiternus Chosen Dominion, huh? Pyagro. Restore retreat. I mean, yeah. Overstacking the bottom line is very much our plan. Can I just... Is there any value in sending the Sentient down? Aggro is pretty good. I do get a lot of additional draw. But also, when the Wilting Sapwood's in place, not that I can rely on it being in place at the right time, but right now, Pyagro feels unnecessary. Focus Growth is pretty good for the double Rejuvenate trigger, as well as the additional card draw next turn. I'm taking Focus Growth. Ooh, well, this one's harder. Oh, wow, this one's actually really hard. Giving Trample to a unit that has Sweep on the bottom line is huge. Lead Songbird? No, whatever. We will get Valor on our units, and adding an additional damage per stack of Valor could be huge. Like, the majority of the damage that the Shattered Shell was dealing in the last fight, which was like 200 times 2, was from Valor. About, I'm going to say like 120 or so of that would have been from Valor, so to just double that 120. But there's also Shield of Wing. Revenge, deal damage to the attacker equal to this unit's damage. Very good way to... Oh no, the Shattered Shell would miss out on so many slays because the slays would be gotten by the Wilting Sapwood with that. Still need to take it. It's gotta be the Merchant of Arms, right? I kind of want to make the Blood-Soaked Arena deployable, but I do recognize I wouldn't actually be able to play a deployable Blood-Soaked Arena. I'm talking about deployable arenas, though. Oh no, because the Inferno Room would be where my where my Wilting Sapwood would get summoned. I think I should make the Blood-Soaked Arena deployable. I don't have the deployable energy for it right now. And I do think maybe I should take a second Shield of Wing as well. I feel like by the end of the game, I will still have 2 frontliners, and both of those frontliners will have a large amount of HP. Rerolling here, I would look for Swift Steel Dagger. And it's really important. We don't get it, but there is a weapons cache there. And a weapons cache that would draw 2 Shields of Wing in deployment would be pretty good, but of course I can't rely on doing that. Diadem, no. Hall of Mirrors. Oh, this is funny. So a Hall of Mirrors played in deployment phase would then double all of the units that get added from the Sketches of Salvation. You play a unit, create a copy of it. No, but this triggers on summon, not play. It says when you play a unit, create a copy of it, but it highlights a summon trigger. I'm pretty sure this triggers off of summon, not play, because I think I've gotten this to give me 2 morsel miners from the commemorative spike. Anyhow, I can't take any of these. Let's check out the alcove. I haven't removed any cards from the deck, right? Not yet. Juan Michel, Canyo, KO. Give me Canyo. I need to get some removals. Canyo's good for... Oh, no, I have removed 2. Yes, of course. The shield suits. But I am also just about to immediately remove another 2. But wait a second. You dummy? Just remove a shield steward. Now I can play the Blood-Soaked Arena and deployable. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about the possibility to do that. I'm gonna save this money and get real aggressive with that Merchant of Trinkets. Looking Prayerstone on each floor. It spikes 4, which our Shattered Shell can survive, and then I can easily keep you alive afterwards. Also some nice additional revenge triggers, things I care about. I decrease my damage a lot by doing the Inspire. Oh, at least they've all got the 40 corruption on them. That'll help a lot. Cop Blood Suit. Sadly, I don't think I can do anything about that collector. Yeah, I won't be able to. Alas. I do need to get another way of moving the Wilting Sapwood forward. And now that Calcified Ember. Unfortunately, Canyo says purge a card outside of combat. Just prepared to field this question. So now the Shattered Shell, rather, sorry. Shattered Seashell, I wanted to say. Why the Seashell? is not getting that much damage because it's not getting that many slays, but the Wilting Sapwood in the front line is getting a bunch of Valor from its slays, courtesy of the Bloodsoaked Arena, which is helping it be more of a frontliner. And it's working out. Also, end of this fight, I get +6 health on my Wilting Sapwood. Engraft's pretty good. Ensnare is surprising. Maybe it's a great choice for us, the Ensnare. Because there will be 500 health units that I just kind of need to keep on this floor for just a moment longer, and then I'll be able to finish you off very easily. Engraft, of course, with the energy and a cultivate trigger and draw. It pretty much beckons me to pull to take it. Wildwood Custodian, if I could reliably get the Wilting Sapwood on the bottom floor and then the Custodian on the next floor, I would. But again, I can't do that. Not with the Sketches of Salvation summoning them. Do I take an Ensnare? I almost never take an Ensnare. Do I take an Ensnare here? No. Nice try, though. Punk Shredder, Enchant with Trample. I did not take a Descend, did I? No, I haven't taken a Descend yet. So I can't put that on the middle line and then move it down later. Eagleheart, advance. Apply 5 Valor to a friendly unit, then it attacks immediately. Right now, this is just a second way to get the Wilting Sapwood to advance to the front of the line. Permanently add +2 damage to a unit's equipment on Slay. We're going to end up with Shields of Wing that give hundreds of damage to any target. Spells get an extra upgrade slot, allows us to make spells busted, but I should make sure that I actually have... Yeah, Merchant of Magic, Merchant of Magic. I'm probably going to hit both. I do like Jack Strips. I don't think I get any value out of Jack Strips here. Oh, it would be especially good if I needed to deal with the enemies that are already on the train in the trial in the 7th fight. That's got to be too narrow. Artificial Firestone, 3 additional deployment elbow. That's going to allow me to play equipment in deployment. I'm going to have to really think about that. Starter cards cost -1 from Volva's tuning for... I want to take that, I think. Thank you, Kanyo, for allowing me to get even more money with my moves. So yeah, I could... Ooh. This is fun. Now the Awoken Hollow gets summoned at the back of the bottom line, and that's completely fine. That's allowed to do that. Okay, we'll double up on Spire. I'm going to get the Shield of Wing out there so that I can start scaling it. All of the zero cost restores are huge. I'm gonna Rising Rage Kale here. The reason to do so is so the Chosen Bastion doesn't get a buff. I don't want it to have lifesteal and 12 additional damage. But all that can be avoided, it should. additional calcified. I need more Ascend tech than this, or more ways to recur my Ascend. Because if I could just send Kale up to Sentience line every other turn, completely fine. No problem with that. I mean, I'd lose the Sentient, but I'd win the fight. I'm legitimately not sure. Do I take? I don't need energy. I have so much energy every turn from Wilting Sapwood and the Artificial Pyre Stones, giving me the additional deployment energy to play absolute. That's not a concern. I guess I just want to give you your equipment in deployment phase. That doesn't need additional energy, though. I'm pretty sure it's just draw. Slightly hesitant to make that decision because, though it is, I think, draw. This is also what my bias would want me to do, so I gotta double check that it's right. Old growth? Okay, in deployment phase, I play 1, 2, 3, 4. I play 4 energies worth of stuff. Two, 3, 4. I've got 7 deployment energy. So if I take Old Growth and merge it with a Shield of Wing and then make that deployable, we should be able to play that. Actually, am I supposed to take Weapons Cache and Everlasting Light here? Everlasting Light obviously has a really good target on the field, being Shattered Shell. Weapons Cache, if I put that on the bottom floor, it would enable... Oh no, that's not going to work, is it? So if I put the Weapons Cache on the bottom floor, it would enable me to draw out 2 pieces of equipment, and then I can replace it with our Blood-Soaked Arena. So I could use it to get the second Shield of Wing out. Oh, no, it is correct. It is correct. We do that. And then we take the Everlasting Light, and then we remove the base Shielded Wing from this deck. Looking at my dupe options here, I'm actually a little concerned that maybe the best dupe target for me right now is Rising Rage. Just because of how badly I need the impact that that causes. Yeah. That's why the jack strips should have been bought. Definitely can't set up on the top floor. I would lose a huge amount of HP for this. I gotta skip that. Oh, I can't believe it. How dare. All right. Oh. Yeah, no, because I don't play the Awoken Hollow. That's, yeah, I was like, oh no, I've somehow miscalculated. No, we're all good. That's how I play it. And then Awoken Hollow just gets summoned to bottom line. Oh no, we've got more energy coming. I don't need to use the Awoken Rail Spike for 2 energy here. Yeah, we'll take 9 damage to the Avowed Gladiator. That's okay. It's be a lot worse. God damn it. I could have drawn a 3rd piece of equipment out. I don't think the Shielded Wing is still super important as that piece of equipment, though. But because the Manifold Mirror is playing Weapons Cache everywhere, I can just play the Sentient to draw another card when I need. I'd love to kill that Collector. I think I can, if I'm willing to send the Awoken Hollow up. I don't think I am. I don't think it's necessary here for our bottom line to succeed. Alright, Awoken Rail Spike, draw 5. 100 Valor, some additional regen there. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I don't need to give anything else to the bottom line if it doesn't need it. And now... Everlasting Light barely got any damage again. We've not got Slay on that unit. Fire Shards? I mean, yeah, I'd play those Fire Shards on the bottom line. No, it's 10 more damage. It's like a single Rejuvenate trigger for our bottom line, actually. Because the old growth situation. Deal damage to the front enemy equal to 3 times its friendly unit's health and armor. Pretty good when you got big, chunky guys. I wanted to go Merchant of Magic for a bunch of reasons here. Merchant of Steel would be... just fishing for Titanite? Yeah, it's way too narrow. Oh wow, those are all really good. Sap Tap draws a card on first heal each turn. When a friendly unit gains Valor, it gains an additional stack. And at the start of each turn, the front friendly unit on each floor gains Valor 2. Really good for keeping our frontliners comfy. Intrinsic -1 and double stack. Hell, I don't think I need any of those. I'm very tempted to go for another Rising Rage. If I dislocate the enemy from the line that it's actually trying to attack enough times in this fight, I will just win. -2 cost consume for a focus growth. No, it's really good. I want to leave that one in the deck. Magic power and consume. That can be for a restoration. No, I don't even feel comfortable with that. Give me all these cards. Let me go. Okay. Weapons cache. Then Sentient gives us a weapon. Wilton Sapwood. Beautiful. This is exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for. Get off of this floor. Sadly, getting a bunch of corruption and not being able to prevent the doubling this turn, that's not good. Thankfully, 80 Valor is really helping us comfortably live on that bottom line. Oh, I'm going to Eagle Heart to get Shattered Shell to move to the front. I just wanted to pick up some additional Slay triggers on you. It's a bunch of additional Valor as well. Cool. Back up to the top line, buddy. I see you came down here. Go back to bed, buddy. is an adults party. You're not allowed. Okay, we'll let you stay up until 9. Now it's time for sleep. Give me another Rising Rage. Let me just send him back up. Oh, that's 2 Rising Rages. What did we say? Back up those stairs, lad. Oh, no. Anyone? Okay, thank you. Back up there, buddy. It's working out pretty well. You know, I really do stand by duping, like, in a vacuum, one of the weakest cards in this deck. But in context, it's exactly the card I need to be treating that way. Alright, get past. Obviously not gonna do it. Could have been good fun. So we're gonna lose health off of you first. Now, in order to win, all I have to do is still exist. As the enemy has enough corruption that they were going to die anyway. Titan time! We had so much valor in that previous fight as well. Oh, it worked out so well. Gotta make sure everyone shares these rejuvenate triggers right now. Because old growth matters, but also some HP for the Shattered Shell matters as well. Yeah, Curse of Entropy is basically not going to change any of the ways these things work out here. Kind of surprised that this is working as well as it is right now. Oh yeah, because they kill themselves on first strike because the Revenge of the Wilting Sapwood. So I was like, how is the Chosen Ragewing not killing the Shattered Shell? Because it doesn't really survive its first strike, so it doesn't get to strike again with Rage. No need to interfere on the bottom line. Already solved. Couple more Pylites and we're done. At that point, I've got enough scaling to be able to play all of the saps. Like, we've got negative 48 damage on all of our units at the moment, but that's not going to change anything. All right, you go to the top line so you can watch Dominion die. Huge. That worked out really well. I've got to stop ignoring Sketches of Salvation as much as I do. Being able to fully just skip over taking any capacity gems, but still get an overstacked bottom floor. Pretty good. It worked pretty well. Blood of the Apex gain, 232. Highest Blood of the Apex gain I've had so far. Of course, it was split across multiple weapons. Where are we? A merged equipment that just destroys enemy attackers, giving 170 damage to a unit that doesn't really get to attack. And then the... where are you? Everlasting Light, which of course is so ridiculous with Shattered Shell. If only I could have also given you Quick. Alas. That wasn't what ended up happening. I do think the Wilting Sapwood was essential. Like, I couldn't have continued to take just draw if I didn't end up from Artificial Pyrestone and Wilting Sapwood getting enough energy to just straight up ignore both capacity and energy gems. And then the consistency of draw after that point. Like, that's why almost every turn, despite only having 3 Rising Rages in the deck, I had the opportunity to remove the unit of Dominion. And if I did that one less time, by the way, we would have lost that fight. Very, very, very pleased about that Rising Rage play. Let's head out to the outpost. We've only got, what, 28 more runs? Let's get them done. I'm not going to get them done before the Worm King comes out, okay? There is actually theoretically a possibility, because they haven't announced the release date of the DLC just yet. They just said early February. There is a theoretical possibility this episode has to be released early because the DLC came out too early. So I'm not gonna get all the clan combinations done before then. But I'm getting them done. And we'll continue doing so in the next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all of my content on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Add a Rob the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Moloko. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.